Hi, welcome back to Crypto Vagabonds YouTube channel. In this channel, we talk about cryptocurrencies, geopolitics, macrofinance, and everything else in between that may affect the performance of your favorite crypto asset. If you do like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Without any further ado, let's get on with the video. And as usual, we begin with Bloomberg. And on Bloomberg, the main headlines is about the stock struggle to find a footing on recession fears. Again, the fears of recession continues to be there. If you have been following me in other platforms, or if you do follow me in this channel, you must know that I've been talking about the possible recession since 2018, 2017, and here we are. Now, this is the subject: stock struggles to find footing on recession fears. Markets wrap. No, I'm not going to read the article, but of course the stocks are plummeting in price, and there's of course the bank collapse and things of that sort that is affecting the price performance of stocks, and the market is calculating a possible recession before the end of the year. Now, of course, that's one problem, is the stock market. The other issue is, I'm going to mention here South Africa. I normally don't mention those areas, but South Africa has been going for many years now, facing a lot of struggle with electricity. I happen to have a friend in South Africa, actually a few friends, and we used to have meetings on a weekly basis. The guy I'm talking about is Bruno. If you have been following the channel, there has been videos made about the Big Short. Bruno made the videos with me, and we have always to schedule the videos whenever we're going to record it around the timestamps of when electricity is going to be available and when the blackouts is going to be turned on. So apparently, corruption and the energy providers keep dragging South Africa down. They have a shortage of electricity. They have a problem with electricity, and that has been going on for many years. I just want to bring that forward to you guys here. Now, while South Africa is having problems with energy, Europe is having a heat wave. I have talked about heat waves and what it did in other places in the world. Now talking about heat waves here in Europe. So far, this heat wave has not been damaging to the market, has not been damaging to the fields or plantation. Much to the contrary, is helping the plantations because the warmth is coming sooner, so the farmers are beginning to produce sooner. But the hottest ever April recorded in Spain and Portugal, and of course, I'm enjoying that weather. Something else in Europe. European Union cancels Israel event rather than let far-right minister to speak. I'm not going to read the whole article, but again, it's very interesting the response that they receive from the specific Israelis. So what happened is the European Union canceled diplomatic reception in Tel Aviv to protest the Israeli government's decision to send a far-right cabinet minister to address the event. And this minister they're talking about is this guy here, Itamar Ben-Gvir. Itamar Ben-Gvir is a minister in Israel. He's supposed to be part of the event, and of course, now the event has been cancelled. What I do appreciate is the response that he has given to this. It is a shame that the European Union, which claims to be representing the values of democracy and multiculturalism, is undiplomatically shutting mouths. This is what he spoke, and he says, "It is an honor and a privilege for me to represent the Israeli government, the heroic IDF soldiers, and the people of Israel in every forum. Friends know how to voice criticism, and true friends also know how to take it." Basically, he's saying that the European Union canceling is not the right diplomatic way to solve this issue. And I kind of agree with him. It is not a diplomatic way to solve this. Now, why am I bringing this here? This will weaken the position of Israel. There is a conflict going on, has been going on for a long time, but Iran is seeing Israel as weak. And European Union canceling an event shows further less support to Israel. And I think this, in the long term, is going to be causing more geopolitical consequences. Now, on that front, let's talk about Ukraine now. Let's talk about consequences and geopolitics. Ukraine should get a concrete path to join NATO. This is what Estonia has been saying. The issue is, and again, I don't mean to provoke anyone, Ukraine does not qualify to enter NATO. I know it sounds beautiful, it sounds nice to say that Ukraine is going to be part of NATO. I think as an Ukrainian, I would wish that. The thing is, Ukraine cannot become part of NATO, at least not for now, because they have conflict and dispute area and separatist movement. Also, they need, in order for a new member to join, all the other members have to vote and approve that. So at this moment, Ukraine does not qualify to enter NATO. And of course, the Russian invasion prevents that. Since we're talking about Ukraine, let's talk about a few things that unfold over the weekend that I have not reported to you guys yesterday. Ukraine has launched more than 10 attack drones on Crimea and also some missiles. Now that's again an accusation from Russia. And of course, the counterattack in terms of accusation is that Russia is being using phosphorus bombs in Bakhmut. Now, phosphorus, white phosphorus in this case, it is a powder that is very flammable. It ignites in fire, it catches on fire very easily, and it is not allowed to use on civilian areas. It is not a crime of war to use white phosphorus, but it is a crime to use white phosphorus on civilian area. Now, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, the information I got is that Bakhmut has been evacuated. Therefore, it was a civilian area today. It is not a civilian area according to information. But again, there's a dispute of accusations between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine is counterattacking, trying to claim some territory. They attacked Crimea. They also put a bomb on a car. I made a video yesterday. Please look at that video. And now the accusation escalation, the war continues to increase. We have spoke about traditional market, geopolitical events. Now let's talk about cryptocurrencies, and we're still in Bloomberg. So this is the chapter on, or the page of Bloomberg on crypto. And we see here Bitcoin-based meme coin surge seen driving Binance anxiety. So what this means, Bitcoin-based meme coin surge seen driving Binance anxiety. What does this mean? It means that because there is now a possibility to create meme coins or tokens or not native assets on the Bitcoin blockchain, Binance suspend withdrawals twice already. And of course, as Binance suspend withdrawals, there is question marks about crypto. And of course, I believe this contribute a little bit for pushing the price of Bitcoin down. There's a few more things happening in Binance besides the suspension and withdrawals. Binance is also facing a US probe of possible Russian sanctions violation. Now, I do have clients, I do coach clients, and I do have clients from Russia. I can say this is a false accusation, at least on the behalf of my clients, because we haven't been able to do transactions on Binance because Binance is abiding, or at least was abiding at the time that I was coaching my clients. It was abiding to the sanctions. It was not very easy. It was not possible to use Binance to circumnavigate sanctions imposed by the US. And of course, here's the headlines about Binance restarts withdrawals of Bitcoin after second halt. This ability, or this new thing coming to the Bitcoin network, which is the ability to create non-native assets, is going to be causing turmoil and more volatility on the price, as we have seen. Let's go to Cointelegraph. Why is Bitcoin price down today? And of course, Cointelegraph main reason is because of the BRC20, which is the ability to create non-native assets on the Bitcoin blockchain, such as Pepecoin. And of course, right now the price of BTC is on red at 27,659 as we record this. And I think there's going to be more volatility and more chances of the price going down. Remember, not financial advice, but those things tend to bring a lot of volatility to the market. So be aware that the market will be very volatile and going red. And of course, we have the CPI coming next week, which will give us a hint on whether or not the Federal Reserve will bring the hikes up on the next meeting. I'm going to keep you informed on the CPI. If you want to be kept on the loop with the CPI and the Federal Reserve and hikes, please subscribe to the channel, because that way you'll be notified as soon as I make my video about that. Now here you have another one. Binance FUDs meet CPI, 5 things you should know about Bitcoin this week. I won't read the article, but of course the CPI and the issue with Binance will bring more volatility into the market. So besides things pushing the price down, such as the Binance FUD, CPI, and of course the Pepecoin, or the ability to create non-native assets on the Bitcoin blockchain, those things are bringing volatility, but most likely to push the price down. There's a few things bringing the price up or trying to push the price up, or events that will push up the price. And one of those things, of course, is the fact that Liechtenstein is now trying to create a system or trying to welcome the possibility of certain government services to be paid in crypto. Here we have it. Liechtenstein Prime Minister Daniel Rich announced plans to accept Bitcoin as payment for government services. Now, of course, the price is now 27,641. Let's see what that does to the price. But it is a good news, great adoption, that a government is now providing services to its citizens and accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. Once a government starts to accept Bitcoin as payment, that brings legitimacy into the space and brings legitimacy into the Bitcoin. Now, here's another news which is not maybe connected to crypto, but is connected to tech and geopolitics. China has issued a first arrest over fake news created with Chat GPT. Apparently, someone used Chat GPT to create some news that the Communist Party believes or labels as fake news, and fake news is illegal in China. So something to learn about communist regime or socialist regimes is eventually they will attack the freedom of speech. It's happening in Brazil. Brazil has a very left-wing elected president, Lula. Lula passed some similar laws in Brazil, making a crime or render illegal to criticize the government. You guys see this happen in China. This will happen most likely in Brazil, and this is like to happen in a lot of socialist or communist countries. And of course, since we're talking about totalitarian regimes or socialist regimes, let's talk about this Human ID project, or Worldcoin. It's launching a gas-free wallet only for humans. And why it says that? Because of course, cryptocurrencies, you do not have to be a human to hold cryptocurrencies. For instance, any decentralized exchange, or DEXs as they call it, you have software responsible for the custody of certain crypto. So it may come as a surprise to you guys, but you do not have to be a human to hold crypto. Now, the Human ID project, Worldcoin, launches a gas-free wallet only for humans. Now, I don't think this is good news, especially seeing how much the government is outreaching, not just in China. Globally speaking, most of the countries are having their nation leaders or their political leaders or their government outreaching privacy of their citizens. I don't like the idea of a Human ID project. I don't like the idea of a Worldcoin, but my question to you is, what are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of a Human ID? Do you like the idea of a digital ID? Do you like the idea of having a Worldcoin? Let me know on the comments below. And with that, we end our video for today. Let me know what you think about it, of the things that we mentioned here. Let me know your thoughts on the technology, on the crypto events that we have mentioned here, also on the geopolitical and financial events that we mentioned on this video today. Please let me know on the comment below. That's it for now. Please do like, subscribe, and click the notification bell, and I see you in the next video. Thank you.